Assalamu alaikum, good morning and namaskar to all and sundry present in this 15-day online capacity building program on artificial intelligence, technology and law. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed faculty members, participants and my dear friends. It is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome you all to the inaugural ceremony of the second edition of the 15-day online capacity building program on artificial intelligence, technology and law, jointly organized by the Faculty of Law and Law Teachers in India. Today marks a significant milestone in our collective pursuit of knowledge and innovation as we come together to explore the dynamic intersection of law and emerging technologies. In an era where artificial intelligence and technological advancements are transforming every facet of our society, it becomes imperative for legal professionals, students, and scholars to stay abreast of these developments and understand their implications. To convene this program, the beacon and the guiding force behind all the departmental activities, Professor Naseem Ahmed. Professor Naseem Ahmed is a distinguished professor and currently serves as the Dean Faculty of Law at Integral University. With over 20 years of experience in teaching and academic leadership, he has made significant contributions to the fields of health law, criminal law, and administrative law, and has played an instrumental role in advancing legal education and research in India. Dr. M holds a PhD in law from Kumaon University, Nainital, and LLM from Rohilkhand University, LLB from Shia PD College, Lucknow University. He has also earned a BA in psychology and economics from Bareilly College, Rohilkhand University. His interdisciplinary academic background provides a unique socio-legal perspective, particularly in the context of law, health policy, and justice. Qualified the UGC NET and set Uttarakhand in 2012, Dr. Ahmed began his academic career as an assistant professor at Brahma University and Unity College, Lucknow, before joining Integral University in January 2016. At Integral, he has guided several PhD scholars and supervised numerous LLM dissertations. His scholarly work includes approximately 25 published research papers in reputed journals. A notable aspect of Dr. Ahmed's contribution is his pioneering work in legal education for madrasa students, especially muftis, reflecting his commitment to inclusive and community-oriented legal education. I invite Dr. Professor Naseem Ahmed sir to convene the inaugural session of the capacity building program.
Thank you, ma'am. A very good morning to everyone present here today. It gives me great pleasure and a deep sense of appreciation to welcome you all out to the inaugural session of our 15 days faculty development program on AI, technology and law. This program is being organized by the Faculty of Law, Integral University, Lucknow, in collaboration with Law Teachers India and under the guidance of the Human Resource Development Center of our university. At the very outset, I would like to express my sincere thanks to our patron, Professor Javed Masarrar sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Integral University, Lucknow. Sir, your constant encouragement, your vision, and your support have always inspired us to take up new and relevant academic initiatives. Especially your work on the new education policy is commendable. I am equally honored to welcome our chief guest, Professor Amarpal Singh sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia, National Law University, Lucknow. Sir, you are a respected scholar and an experienced academic leader. We are truly grateful that you have taken time from your busy schedule to with us today. Your presence here today is not only an honor, but also a reflection of your deep commitment to the growth of legal education. A special welcome is reserved for our guest of honor, Professor Tabriz Ahmed Sir, Dean School of Law, Maulana Azad National Urdu University, Hyderabad. Sir, your scholarship, particularly in the areas of technology and law, and your consistent contribution to the legal fraternity have set benchmark for many to follow. We are delighted to have you among us. I also warmly welcome Dr. Kalpesh Kumar Gupta, founder of Law Teacher India. I sincerely thank him for his collaboration in making this FDP possible. Law Teachers India has been continuously active in the academic field and is doing commendable work for the professional growth and development of law teachers across the country. We are happy to join hands with such a dedicated initiative. The theme we have chosen for this program is extremely relevant in the present time. In my opinion, law is one of the subjects that will feel the greatest impact of artificial intelligence. Earlier, the legal profession relied heavily on manual process, long hours of reading case files, searching through books, and writing notes. When technology entered the legal field, we began to see major changes in investigation, trial, and legal research. Now, with the arrival of AI, this change is even more profound. Today, AI can find relevant case laws in seconds, predict possible outcomes of a case, prepare legal documents, and even analyze evidence. Intelligent search engines, automated contract review system, and data analytics are making legal work faster, more accurate, and more efficient. This is changing the traditional image of the legal profession. Lawyers are no longer seen only with piles of files. They are now using advanced tools, working with the digital evidence, and relying on AI-powered search platform. In legal education, this shift has even more greater significance. The old method of notes-based classroom teaching is becoming less relevant. Students must now be trained not only in the principle of law, but also in the use of technology, critical thinking, research with AI tools, and the handling of digital evidence. This faculty development program has been planned to help law teachers, researchers, and professionals understand how AI and technology can be effectively used in the field of law. Over the next 15 days, we will learn more experts discuss real life application, and explore how to prepare ourselves and our students for this new era. I am confident that this program will provide new knowledge, open our mind to new possibilities, and help us make legal education more modern and more relevant. We must remember AI will not replace teachers, but teachers who know how to use AI will replace those who do not. Once again, I warmly welcome all our distinguished guests, respected participants, and dear colleagues. I look forward to engaging discussion, meaningful learning, and valuable exchange of ideas in days ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Naseem sir, for welcoming our distinguished guests on this capacity building program. This program, as Sir has illustrated, aims to equip participants with a comprehensive understanding of law, artificial intelligence, influencing the legal frameworks, ethical considerations, and policy making processes. It is basically designed to foster critical thinking, encourage interdisciplinary collaboration, and prepare us for the challenges and the opportunities that lie ahead. To understand the basic concept behind the program, I would like to invite the convener of this 15-day online capacity building program, Dr. Gaurav Gupta, who is also the Assistant Professor and Faculty of Law, Integral University, to kindly illustrate the basic objective behind this particular program. Dr. Gaurav Gupta, please.
Thank you very much, Seema ma'am, for your kind introduction. First of all, I extend my warm welcome to our respected Chief Guest Professor Dr. Amarpal Singh sir, Guest of Honor Professor Tabriz Ahmed sir, respected Dean Sir, Professor Naseem Ahmed Sir, distinguished resource person, esteemed colleagues, and my dear participants. A very good morning to all of you. It is truly an honor to welcome you to the inaugural session of the second edition of 15-day online capacity building program on artificial intelligence, technology, and law, which is jointly organized by the Faculty of Law, Integral University, Lucknow, and Law Teachers India. This is a special moment for us. We have over 1,200 registrations from across the country and discipline, including faculty members, researchers, PhD scholars, practitioners, policy experts, and technology professionals. It is a rare to have such a diverse and vibrant academic community come together with one shared purpose. As we all aware that we live in the age where technology is just not a tool. It is a force reshaping how we live, how we work, and govern ourselves. Artificial intelligence is already drafting legal documents, analyzing evidences, predicting outcomes, even assisting judges in decision making. But along with these opportunities, some serious challenges also associated, like question about biasness, accountability, privacy, and even the very nature of justice in an AI-driven world. This is why we designed this program to build a bridge between law and technology, not just to understand how AI works, but to shape the legal frameworks that will guide its use that should be fair, inclusive, and grounded in ethics. Dear participants, over the next 15 days, we will explore a wide range of themes, including AI in the administration of justice, algorithmic bias, data privacy, cybersecurity, the DPDP Act 2023, blockchain, cryptocurrency, smart contracts, intellectual property rights in AI generated works, and forensic evidence analysis, etc. We will also look beyond India, learning from comparative perspectives such as the European Union's AI Act and the US Algorithmic Accountability Act. Dear participants, this program is not about passive listening, it is about active engagement. We have designed it to be interactive and practical with experts' lectures, panel discussion, case law analysis, debates, and weekly assessment. Our resource persons are well known academicians, practitioners, and technology experts will bring both depth and diversity of perspectives. I am confident that each session will give you something to reflect on and something you can apply in your own work. Dear participants, you are heard of this initiative. I urge you, please ask questions, share your perspectives, challenges assumptions. The future of the legal profession will demand that we understand both the law and the technology shaping it. By the end of these 15 days, I hope you will leave not only with new knowledge, but also with a stronger network of peers and collaborators. And last, I take this moment to thank again our chief guest, our guest of honor, and our patron, Professor Dr. Javed Musarrar sir, for his constant encouragement and guidance, and our dean, Faculty of Law, Professor Dr. Naseem Ahmed sir, for giving me this opportunity and believing in me to convene this program. His trust has been a driving force behind my commitment to making this CBP 2025 impactful. My gratitude also goes to the organizing committee, my colleagues, and team of Law Teachers India for their tireless efforts. I wish you all an engaging, insightful, and truly enriching 15 days ahead. May this program spark new ideas, meaningful collaborations, and a shared commitment to shaping a just and technology aware legal future. Thank you and best wishes to all.
For giving us the concept behind this capacity building program. Professor Dr. Tabriz Ahmed. Before taking up the role of the founding dean at Maulana Azad MANW Law School, Hyderabad, he was the senior executive director at Chandigarh University and the vice chancellor of GD Goenka University. Kaprasar holds a PhD in cyber law and IPR, LLM in commercial law and cyber law, and BSc honors from Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh. Kaprasar is an honorary professor at the American University of Nigeria, president, Technolex Foundation, national president of PNGI Forum, national vice president of International Council of Jurists, London, Chair Legal Education section of Indian National Bar Association and mentor the World Team Parliament MPs of Club World. A prolific speaker, delivered keynotes and speaker in more than 200 prestigious international conferences held in USA, UK, China, Japan, UAE, Egypt, Singapore, Thailand. He has also practiced law at Delhi High Court and the Supreme Court of India. He has authored 4 books and published more than 100 papers in reputed journals. Active blogger, YouTuber, and editor of various international journals. By USA-based SSRM, he has been ranked among the top 100 law authors in the world. Awarded with the Higher Education Excellence Award of 2024 by the Z's International on 8th November at Indian Habitat Center, New Delhi. Awarded the Outstanding Academician of Higher Education during the 25th World Education Summit at Dubai in March 2023. Awarded with the Ambassador of the Green Planet Award 2022 by Bloomberg Global and Golden Signatures in collaboration with Niti Aayog, Government of India. Awarded as India's most impactful Vice Chancellor by EduStar 2022, awarded by Observe Now for Exemplary Leadership in Higher Education 2022, awarded APAC Education Leadership Awards 2021 in recognition of an exemplary leader who made a difference and extraordinary contribution in education sector. In 2020, he became one of the youngest vice chancellors in the world. He is among the IAP Leaders 2019 top 100 most followed LinkedIn lawyers and has been ranked at 13 in the world. Awarded the Best Keynote Speaker by the Save India Education through Innovation in Indian Education 2019 and awarded Top 50 IP Players by IPR Gorilla USA. Awarded for the Best Research Paper at the 22nd World Multi-Conference 2018 at Florida, USA. The Braceter promotes academic and professional excellence and nurtures empathy to socio-cultural, economic, and gender diversity, prioritizing the creation of an ecosystem that stresses meritocracy and a passion for academic excellence. We are honored to host you as the guest of honor in this 15-day capacity development program inaugural ceremony. Sir.
So thank you very much for giving this opportunity to address one of the biggest gathering, as I came to know that more than 1,000 got registered. So let me thank the organizing committee, especially the Dean, Professor Dr. Naseem Ahmad, for inviting me in this important program. And also, it's very great to have the Professor Dr. Amarpal Singh, Vice Chancellor, RMLU Lucknow, in this program. He's my great friend, and so great to see in the program. And also, let me thank Dr. Jawed Musarraf, Vice Chancellor, International University, for organizing the great event, because this is a very important event. The way actually it is shaping the world, that it has great connect with the higher education, also the legal education. So it will be a great kind of the support to all the faculty who are participating. It may definitely help them in customizing their learning, plus also helping them as a kind of the important tool for raising their standards. But I came to know also Dr. Kalpesh Gupta, my great friend, also he is the supporting the event. So it's a matter of great honor for me and prestige to address a very important gathering. We know very well that this is very important program, and also I came to know that it's 2 weeks program, and also we are covering almost all the important areas, very important for all the faculty. In fact, when for the first time in 1995, when we have the internet came in India, mobile phone came in 1995, we never thought that so quickly, so fast, we are able to, in fact, have the serious impact of this particular technology. And also, in fact, only in pandemic 2019, we realized that the power of technology, because we could survive because of this only. And just 30% universities and colleges were working during pandemic, and 70% could not do anything because they were not fully prepared. They were not having the online journals. They don't have online platforms. The student faculty don't have gadgets. So they actually, it's a blot for them, and there's a lot of wasted for time for 2 years. But those who are fully prepared, those fully ready, they have the online journals, they have the meeting platforms, they're fully ready for the gadgets. Faculty were trained, students were trained, so they could survive and they could add more value during the pandemic. So it means that actually we have realized now the importance of the this AI, blockchain, and then social media, WhatsApp. That how we can really utilize this particular aspect in the empowering the higher education. And so we have seen that how the technology is helping a lot about the legal education, plus helping the judges and lawyers, law teachers, law students, how they can utilize this technology for their empowerment. So we know that we should use technology as a kind of for empowerment, just like use them, just like our, you can say, the supporting person or servant, not to be fall of the technology. But the issue is that this way, this conference is very important, this FDP, because it is going to make awareness. So the issue is that actually it is not fully aware. People are not aware that how we can use the technology, how we can save ourselves, how we can ensure our data, that it may not be going to the wrong places, and otherwise we are going to face serious problems. In fact, if we see the growth that for the first time we have realized the importance of the data, because earlier if you see the history, the market was run by the those who have the iron ores, or then the era came when it was realized that those who have the these coals plus the gas, and then we realized that the importance of those who have the softwares and the computer technology. Now this is the era of the AI and data, so anybody who has data will be the market leader. Now the question is that which data is important. We have big data, we have data analytics, and entire AI is now depending on the data. So globally, in fact, a lot of fight is going on that how to collect data, how to filter data, how to analyze data, and how we can really utilize data for, in fact, for education, for empowerment. Even global wars, cyber wars will be there. Data will be playing a lot of games. Now the entire debate is on the data, but legally speaking about that, we have a lot of issues that who will collect data, who can analyze data, whether data can be shared, whether data can be stored. That we have seen that the issues of data localization few years back. Now it is settled that all the MNCs in India should also maintain the data center in the country, because in the BlackBerry case we have serious problem, because generally in see in the 2000 the BlackBerry was the market leader, and once the phone was used for kind of misuse in the national interest, the police wanted to crack the BlackBerry phone, but this data center was in USA, and also they have used 256 bits encryption. So it was difficult to crack the phone to get the data. Then issue was that whether India can get those data which is already in the USA. Company was not agreeing to share because they're saying it is against their business interests, because all the customers, they will not be happy, they will frustrated, so data will not be shared. But now we have seen over 20 years that now every field, in fact, AI is going to affect every field, whether it is a kind of healthcare diagnostics or autonomous vehicles or predictive the policing or generative AI. Almost every field is very fast now going to be hit by the AI. And as per the global reports, by 2030, just after 5 years, the global market of AI will be $1.8 trillion. So this is very big market, and then everybody want to get some share. The issue is that it is good for the technocrats that it is fast growing. We are very happy that we are very fast using. Our life is very easy. But the issue is that if we will not regulate properly, it is going to be the serious problem. So the way the speed of innovation is very fast, and we know always that the law is always lagging behind to catch the growth. So, but the solution is that we have to be very active to keep the pace for legal adaptations. And also, this is not a local problem, because earlier days the all the crimes were committed locally, and the local police has a jurisdiction. They know very well who is doing the crimes, how it was done, where is the evidence is there. But now all the crimes are happening globally. So now the police is in a serious threat. Countries are in serious threat. We are in serious threat because anybody can do crime from anywhere by using the very sophisticated technology. They can use AI to capture our private informations. And also in those cases, how we are going to handle, how to catch the person, how to punish them, how to provide the evidences, where is the court to prove all these things. It requires a lot of kind of the awareness program plus a lot of setting the boundaries. Right now, we know very well, only we have one EU AI Act, which is by the European Union. And this particular AI Act is in a very, very initial condition. They are going to mature in the next 4 years. So they are saying every year they are going to upgrade. So it will take at least next 4 years for Europe to have the very well regulated, well defined law for AI regulation. India actually is struggling because we have just DPDP Act we have passed, but this even DPDP Act is not fully operational because rules are not properly set. America has some states have the AI laws, but America as a country they do not have a kind of the regulation that is covering the entire USA. But America is trying very hard to have the AI regulation. So the core conflict is that actually the speed of innovation versus pace of legal adaptations. So it requires a lot of kind of research work by the technocrats, that how they can control the AI by technically not to violate privacy, not to collect unwanted data, and also not to be used for crime. For example, due to the this blockchain technology and also due to the machine learning, it may it may become very very sophisticated. It may learn new ways of doing crimes, new ways of violating the privacy, new ways of violating the copyrights. So because of the machine learning, because machine learning will help them to innovate the next level. So if they are innovating on the good area, that is very fine. But they may also start innovating in the negative areas for the new ways of doing crimes. So this way, it is going to be the big challenge. And then our job is very, very important. All the law professors and also the all the law schools, universities, they have to do serious research because currently there is no global law. Because solution requires globally. Because for the first time we have 2001 that the Cyber Crime Convention, where it was led by the European Union, America, and these advanced countries. They wanted a cyber crime convention, but it was said that this convention is supporting them strongly, but not supporting the developing countries like India, Brazil, China. So it was not properly signed, not implemented. Then 2019, there was another convention led by the India, China, Brazil, and Russia. They wanted a global law on the on cyber crimes. But even this law set by the European countries and the US, that this law is supporting a lot to China, India, and Russia. So they have not signed. Another law was actually promulgated the last December, that no country should misuse the kind of the high tech, the kind of technologies for misusing for their personal gains. This law is still debated. It is led by the UNO. Let us see if can be signed. Maybe actually this month was targeted for a Delhi conference where they will come and try to negotiate and sign some of the parts. So my point is that till now there is no global kind of understanding or regulation where we can control the cyber crimes or we can control the AI for privacy violations, data collection, data misuse, and the solution is global because anywhere anything may happen, and unless and until we have to catch the person who is doing the crime, we have to catch the machine. Plus, we require the proper mechanism where we can file the source. We should have then proper the judges who can decide the cases. We require the very qualified lawyers who can argue these cases. So till now, the way the AI is growing, we are not fully ready to tackle these kind of issues. So main problem is liability versus accountability. Now, who is responsible for lot of issues, whether developer is liable or whether the AI itself is liable? You might have seen that the Tesla autopilot accident, there was the issue of product liability versus user error. In 2019, it was a highly debated case where the court has held that 329 million dollar virtually the liability was fixed on the Tesla, because earlier they were saying they are not liable because it was the fault of the autopilot who was actually engaged in this program. So by this case, now it is very clear that now there will be joint liability. If anybody will produce any AI and AI is trying to do some autopilot or by machine learning, some wrong is committed, then the liability will be kind of shared liability will be there, joint liability will be there of the AI creator as well as the person who was using the technology. But it is very challenging to really fix the boundary that what extent both are liable. Second issue is that the bias and discrimination, because AI reinforces the societal biases. For example, hiring algorithms discriminating by gender. There are few cases because mostly a lot of MSC they're using the AI for hiring purpose, filtering the application, filtering the basic qualifications, and then shortlisting for the kind of interviews. It was found that in a few cases they were mostly selecting the male candidates and bypassing the female candidates. So this way, now the question is that training the kind of AI. For example, if you see the debate or maybe the issue between the ChatGPT and the DeepSeek, when DeepSeek was launched, it was totally, in fact, depending on the data what was uploaded by the ChatGPT for several years, and the DeepSeek they were go on just copying, downloading data, and one day they have become the complete AI, and depending on all the data of ChatGPT. Now the question is that how the ChatGPT they have got data, what they have done, they were just go on copying the data of all the authors, journalists, newspapers, and magazines, and they were go on just really collecting on in the chat GPT. The issue is that it's a serious matter of the the fair competition, that even if it is expired copyright period or it was a kind of research purpose, the fair use issues and all are there, but ultimately it is affecting the competition. So somebody without proper investment, without proper time, energy, they are going to get and create a lot of money depending on the works done by others. So this serious matter about that, and also we have seen in this copyright case of New York Times versus OpenAI, where the court has strongly suggested that the ChatGPT, the OpenAI, they have not taken proper licenses. But the ChatGPT said that a lot of materials were expired the copyright period. But again, the issue of the fair competition is there. It may dilute the competition. It is hit by the competition law. So this way, I think it requires very, very kind of defined boundary that to what extent these AIs can collect our information, because there is no citation. In ChatGPT, earlier there was no citation, because if you are asking ChatGPT to write a 5-page article, it will write in few seconds, and there may not be any citation. What it will do, it will collect few lines from maybe 1,000 articles, 500 articles. So as per copyright law, because it has taken a very, very small portion, 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, it is not hit by the copyright law because it has taken a very, very small portion, but taken from more than 500, 1,000 articles. So they are technically trying to bypass the philosophy of the copyright law, but it is affected the competition, because without any proper investment, they are able to create some copyrights and they are selling, because some of the latest versions you can get only by paying the price. Everything is not free. Only free is the very older version. So in this case, it was very clear that they have violated the principle of the kind of the competitions, and they are hit by the investment law. Another issue is the privacy and surveillance. That mostly there are facial recognitions if you go to airports or if you go to some malls, some places in some embassies and all, they will take your facial recognition. So this data is saved somewhere, and this data may also be misused, may be filtered, and then it may create a problem for you in some parts of time you are not aware. So in the GDPR of the European Union, also the CCPA, California Consumer Privacy Act, it is trying to have some kind of regulations. But in India, after the DPDP Act, we are able to have some kind of regulations, but it's still not fully implemented because of the policy issues. Next problem is deepfakes. We have seen that how the deepfakes are going to provide the very, very serious information by playing with your face recognition plus your face value, or maybe changing your voice, or maybe modulating your voice and trying to showcase that it's a real person, but it is all AI created. Now the question is that very challenging to find out what is real and what is fake, because the technology used for verification purposes, something fake or real, is very very costly. It cannot be used by everybody. So in very very small cases, how it is possible, if the case value is 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, and the technology is maybe in lakhs of rupees to just cross check, the verify, plus then trace back the person who has sent which email address, which location. These technologies are very very costly. Every police, every thana cannot use. Only in serious cases government can use. So what will happen in that cases, there will be a lot of chaos, and very very small cases will be there, and we will be in serious problem. So what we're talking about just 4% is clear net. Still there is 96% dark net. Nobody talks about that, because right now all the serious gambling cases, on the drugs cases, smuggling cases, arms dealing, everything is happening in the dark net. It is 96%. In the dark net, there is forum shopping. The parties will come for 1 hour, 2 hour, and then they will diminish. And then the enforcement agencies cannot track who are the parties when they came and made some kind of the place on the dark net. They have some dealing, because payments are mostly in the cryptocurrency, and the cryptocurrency is based on the blockchain technology. So very challenging to also trace back where money has gone. So this is challenging time, unless until we have the proper regulations, we will be having serious trouble in future, that how to control not only locally but also internationally. There are some actually cases about the output ownership, like the Thaler versus US Copyright Office. In this case also, there was a serious debate about whether the this copyright can be held by the machine, because you know very well that in for the first time in 2019, the WTO and also this TRIPS plus and also WH this WIPO has given a white paper and asking opinions globally that whether we can start giving the IPR to the machines, because currently as the philosophy of the IPR, it is mostly given to a human being. And then the latest case declared by the US Court of Appeals on 18th March this year. Now it is very clear that still now the machines cannot hold the copyright. Copyright will be held only by the human being. But now the issue is that there are a lot of designs, great designs made by AI is better than human being. What will happen, that it is going the against the philosophy of IP, because IPR is a balancing right. So the person who is creating something, he should be given this right for a certain period of time, so he can get back his investment. Plus after those time period, it will go to society at large. Society can get the benefit. But what is happening in the AI, the person who has made a small AI, very small investment, and the AI is doing the great job, this person is getting a lot of benefits. So and then it is not going in the society at large. The AI is go on creating and getting benefits, and the lifetime is very short. So in future, it is going to against the philosophy, the balancing interest, that the sustainability of the IPR investment, because the one person become the billionaire at the cost of society at large. So this is against the ethics, against the philosophy of the IPR, because it is going to challenge the very basic fundamentals of the IPR principles. So now it is settled by US this Court of Appeals that still the law is that the copyright will be held by the human being, not by the machine. But this may not survive for long, because we have to start thinking about the kind of mixed kind of rights. Some rights can be given the AI itself, some can be given the AI creator, and the right was given to AI that money can be kept in a sum of the place in a form of the social fund. That social fund can be used for society at large, because AI is actually also creating a lot of issues for society at large. In future, the highest consumption will be electricity by the data centers, because we require a lot of data center for cooling. So data center cooling will be the highest requirement of electricity and energy in future. And then this cooling this cooling is required to control the environmental pollution, because there may be global warming. And because of global warming, you know very well that is going to affect the entire world. Glacier may melt, there may be a lot of flooding in some of the countries. So AI use is going to affect society at large. But right now, AI holders or owners are going to become the millionaires at the cost of society, but society is not getting anything. That's why my view is that there should be a mixed kind of ownership. Some rights can be to AI, some can be to the AI inventor, and the money given to AI should be kept in a social fund. That fund can be used for society at large, so we can be able to balance that. The real philosophy of the IPR, that it is should be given to the inventor for his satisfaction, for investment return back, and then ultimately it will go society, because IP is going to create monopoly. But my view is that if you don't give protection to machine, even the person, natural person, become the billionaire, and then it will further have the disbalance in society between the these AI innovator and AI, further disbalance the entire balancing. So this way, I think due to paucity of time, I may not go further details because I have to stop here. I'll be happy to take some questions if anybody may ask, because I think what I came to know, there are more than 1,000 participants. They may have the very innovative questions. It will further help us to understand the law better. And also we have the great speakers. Let us listen them. So I may not take much time. So let me thank again for giving me opportunity to speak in this program. Thank you very much and wish you all the best.
The role to interpret the role of AI and its contribution share for legal adaptations and regulations required. The need of the legislative framework for the artificial intelligence is a foremost requirement, and hopefully this capacity building program will pave a path for the same. Thank you, sir, for such research-oriented presentation and pinpointing the factor of liability and accountability. Moving further, Professor Dr. Amar Pal Singh, being an distinguished academician and administrator with a career spanning nearly 4 decades, his extensive experience in teaching, research, and academic administration has made him a prominent figure in the field of legal education in India. One of the remarkable attainments of his is holding 3 master's degree, MA in English from Meerut University, LLM in Constitutional Law from MBS University Ajmer, and LLM in Legal Theory. He earned his PhD in law from Rajasthan University, Jaipur in 2002. His areas of specialization include environmental law, constitutional law, and legal philosophy. One of the very prominent speakers on the present national education policy. Professor Amar Pal Singh has held several key administrative roles throughout his career. Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia, National Law University, Lucknow, since March 15, 2024. Dean, University School of Law and Legal Studies, Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, Delhi, till December 2022. Head of the department, Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia, National Law University, Lucknow, within a span of November 2013 till November 2014. Chief Proctor, National Law University, Jodhpur. Superintendent of Examinations, National Law University, Jodhpur. Associate Proctor, Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, New Delhi. Professor Amar Pal Singh Sir's professional journey includes 11 years in the industry and 28 years in teaching and research. He has taught at several prestigious institutions, including Government Dungar College, Bikaner, National Law University, Jodhpur, Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia, National Law University, Lucknow, and Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, New Delhi. Professor Singh has made significant contributions to legal scholarship. He has authored 4 books and published 62 papers in journals of national and international repute. He has also presented over 200 invited lectures and presentations at academic and governmental institutions in India and abroad. Additionally, he has organized several national and international conferences, workshops, and faculty development programs. Professor Singh has served as an editor for the Socio-Legal Journal and Scholasticus, further showcasing his commitment to advancing legal research and scholarship. He was awarded a one-year scholarship to pursue his LLM in legal theory at the European Academy of Legal Theory. He is a life member of the Indian Law Institute and the Indian Institute of Public Administration, New Delhi. Professor Dr. Amarpal Singh's illustrious career reflects his dedication to legal education, research, and administration. His contributions have significantly impacted the field, making him a respected and influential figure in the legal academic community. Since his attainment of the Vice Chancellor post at Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia National Law University, the university is embarking on high spirits and taking invigorating steps in various legal events, marking their presence in the Indian as well as the international legal scenario. I am honored to invite Professor Dr. Amarpal Singh as the chief guest of the inaugural session of the 15-day capacity building program organized by the Faculty of Law, Integral University and Law Teachers India. Sir, kindly address the audience.
Thank you, Dr. Seema Siddiqui, for a very liberal introduction. My friend Professor Tabrez Ahmed, Dean School of Law, Maulana Azad Urdu University, Hyderabad. Professor Naseem Ahmed Zafri, the Dean of Law School, Integral University, Lucknow. Dr. Kalpesh Gupta ji from Law Teachers India, and Dr. Gaurav Gupta ji, the convener of this conference. Senior colleagues attending this program, and friends. I take this opportunity to put on record my sincere gratitude and thanks to the organizers of this conference, Dr. Professor Naseem Ahmed Zafri ji, Dr. Seema Siddiqui, and Dr. Gaurav Gupta ji for inviting me and enabling me to present some of my views on the subject. Friends, technology is something that impacts the spectrum of human life in 360 degrees. It affects in almost every conceivable arena of human life. AI, for that purpose, is an emerging technology and is being considered as the most important disruptor of the existing modes of life process. From science to arts to legal processes to education, almost everything under the sun that relates to human life is actually witnessing a 360-degree impact, as I was talking about. I pay my respect to Professor Javed Musarrat sir as well, who has just joined. My greetings to you, sir, and thanks for inviting me to be part of this program. Now, as I was saying that AI and technology in general, as it has been affecting our life process in a big way, as I was saying, 360 degree, organizing an FDP on such a crucial and relevant issue requires nothing less than, I would say, visionary thinking. And therefore, to my understanding, the organizers of this FDP require and deserve special compliments for organizing this event. And I take this opportunity to congratulate the Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, the Dean of the Law School, and his team uh, to organize a sort of timely intervention, if I put it that way, for teachers of law who are going to be the catalysts in this feverishly changing paradigm, if I put it that way. Friends, that 15 minutes that I have at my disposal, I shall do two things primarily. First, I shall try to explain the nature of technology and the kind of change process that it initiates, and how this technology actually impacts the relational paradigm and the legal process itself, because law primarily is a is a discipline that seeks to regulate this relational paradigm of the society. The second element that I shall be trying to talk about is the nature of law and society and its interface with technology. And then I will end up with my own observations on the subject. As I was saying, friends, the technology has always been a greatest disruptor of existing life process. It almost goes without saying. And obviously, in the process, it improves the quality of life as well, of course, in newer ways in the longer run. Socio-political systems generally react to this technological evolutionary process with a fair degree of apprehension, and obviously adopt the technological things, in their own way. In the long run, this technology also helps the human life process, eases it in variety of ways. Now, if you just recall, during, say, 100 years back, for example, when electricity was, emerging as a new technology, there were a lot of uh, talk about it as to how it might endanger human life. So even today, if you do not handle electricity, it's a small thing that is part of our life process, you know, in every aspect of our life. If we do not handle electricity in a proper way, it might kill humans. People of my age might recall during 1980s, mid 1980s, when a very young Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister of India, and he was trying to introduce computer and information technology in the Indian system. There were a lot of articles that we came across during those days that the kind of a computer technology that we are initiating, it might eat up lot of jobs of the common man. The argument was that the kind of a society India is, with a lot of population, it doesn't require a kind of a technology that might eat up jobs. So it requires a technology which is labor intensive technology, where a lot of labor can be employed. All these things were talked about, but we know within next 20 years we saw that information technology and the computer industry became one of the major employment areas for the young population in the country. The point I'm trying to make is that, to begin with, it appears that technology is, sometimes going to impact our lives in an adverse manner, but in the long run, sometimes it affects us in, beneficially, of course. Now, one dimension of this technological process that I was talking about has been highlighted by Elvin Toffler. I hope some of my colleagues must have come across his works, some, two all-time favorite classics that he has produced: Future Shock and Power Shift, as to how this technological process, uh, it's not simply that it changes the life process, actually it speeds up the change process to such an extent that this change process, its speed is so fast, and it hits the human life process so ferociously that it stunts the reaction process. So we don't know how do we react to all that. That is one element that he's talking about. And the other element of the technology that Alvin Toffler talks about is that technology in the process of affecting human lives also results in what he calls the power shift. So because of the change of technology, the powers start getting shifted. So it's, today the kind of transparency that is expected from the administrative processes, and the kind of a power that that has now come into the hands of common man in the form of, say, RTI or several other things. It is because of the technological process. So the apart from, what should I say, increasing the speed of the change process, the technology also affects the power element in the power distribution within the social system. These two elements are something that we need to understand and appreciate properly, because as Professor Tabrez was talking about, the AI particularly is going to change this power element as well. And it might as well become one of the elements whereby power can be concentrated. So therefore, it requires, a proper regulatory element, which is very slowly coming. And that is the second point that I intend to make as to why this, the regulatory element is so slow in coming up. He was giving examples of US and, that European GDPR and the cyber law convention, that cyber crime convention that I was talking about. But why we have not been able to pick up threats and develop a legal mechanism to regulate this emerging technology is the second point that I'm trying to highlight. I take a cue from one of my French teachers, who would taught us legal theory in European Academy in Brussels long years back. He would say, thinking law is thinking God. Just as God is considered to be everywhere, law is there everywhere. So what happens? You talk about anything under the sun, anything. Even if you talk about the rooms in which we are sitting, the kind of a platform we are using, the way we will have to speak, the way the protocols have got to be followed in a FDP program, all those things require a certain type of law, a norm to be followed. So wherever you go, the law follows. Therefore, wherever technology evolves, the law will also have to follow that. So law is something that you cannot wish away. That is one element. But the second point is more important about this. Is the legal interface of the technology or technology interface of the law, whatever way you try to refer to it. And this second element is to be understood this way. Technology evolves fast. Law is known to be a very conservative idea. So law takes time in uh, you know, picking up the speed with this. In fact, what happens is that before law gets evolved to handle a particular type of technology, technology has already run 100 miles ahead. This creates a typical thing, what we call technological overrun. So technology has run 100 miles ahead, and the law is still lagging behind. That is the kind of a process, this law and technology interface actually faces. That is the kind of a, contradiction we face in the life process. We know that this technology needs to be guided, but law would take time. And before law is able to, you know regulate a particular element of technology, technology has run 100 miles ahead. So there is a long gap where there is no law, and technology keeps on evolving in its own way. Now this way, uh, and I would, talk about even Roscoe Pound for that purpose, who treats law as an instrument of social engineering. His, understanding of the law and legal processes, that law primarily helps in evolving the social mechanism properly. So this would present law in the form of a lead law. So law leads the change process. Whereas in technological interface of law, it is the technology that leads the way and law lags behind. This element we need to understand and appreciate. That despite the fact that law being a conservative profession will take time in, picking up the speed and trying to regulate uh, technological element, but nevertheless an attempt has to be made by the law to keep pace with the technology and keep on regulating it. Despite the fact that we keep on talking about, say for example, I give you an example. IPC was IPC. Hello, uh, Dr. Naseem, can you hear me? Dr.
Sir, you are
Naseem, am I
audible.
audible?
You
Okay.
are audible, sir.
Ha. So I was talking about that the legal process is something that generally lacks when it faces technology, but the kind of a mandate that we have of Roscoe Pound's theories, that law needs to take the lead and lead the social change process. So the truth of life is that technology will evolve faster and law will obviously take time in regulating it. But nevertheless, an attempt has to be made by the law and legal, researchers, that they keep up with that they keep pace with the technology as such. Now, the point that I'm trying to make is that despite this contradictory relationship of law and technology, the law and legal researchers will have to keep it in mind that law is the only element that can harness the power of technology for the benefit of mankind. Technology, of course, is a power. In the Indian tradition, the power is said to be a double edged sword. If it is not used properly, it can even harm us. And that is precisely the role of technology today. If the law is not able to play its part properly, then technology might harm the interests of the humanity in a big way. That is the point I'm trying to make. And the last point that I need to, highlight is, friends, that uh, it is true that we cannot change the direction of the wind, but we can always, adjust our sails in such a way that the wind can be used for our own benefit. That is the kind of an effort law and legal researchers will have to make in the days to come, that despite the fact that they are aware that the technology cannot be tamed so easily by the law and legal process, that the law will take time, they will have to keep on trying to find out ways and means whereby the law can be used to harness the power of technology. I I hope that this small presentation uh, shall be appreciated by my colleagues, and when they approach variety of elements and the presentations that scholars will be making in the days to come, they shall remember this, that this particular type of a contradiction, that the law generally when it interfaces technology remains a lag element, but nevertheless they will have to make an effort that this lag element is somehow converted into a lead element, whereby the technology can be used for the benefit of the human race and in our quest for truth and justice. That's how I look at this contradiction. I take this opportunity once again to put on record my sincere gratitude to the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Integral University, Professor Javed Musarrat sir, my very learned colleague, Professor Tabrej, other colleagues on the in the program who have taken time to attend this program. Thank you so much for patiently listening to me. Over to you, Dr. Seema Siddiqui. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, sir. Thinking law is thinking God. Obviously, sir, as per your deliberation and my entire practice in the academic journey, in my academic journey, I have always stated to students that in every facet of life there is law. So the retrenchment in traditional industries, employment in the information technology and cyber areas, transparency in administrative activities, slow pervasion of the regulatory framework for the AI in the national and the international standards are all the deliberative points which would be considered in this 15-day online capacity building program. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your detailed deliberation. Professor Javed Musarrat, currently serving as the Vice Chancellor of Integral University, Lucknow, an institution accredited with NAC A+ grade and recognized under Sections 2F and 12B of the UGC Act 1956. Before this, he was the Vice Chancellor of Baba Ghulam Shah Badshah University, Rajouri, Jammu and Kashmir, India, where he served from 2015 to 2020. Professor Musarrat has earned his PhD in biochemistry from Aligarh Muslim University in 1986. Over a distinguished career of more than 3 decades at AMU, he held several key positions, including the full professor of microbiology in the Department of Agriculture Microbiology, chairman of the Department of Agricultural Microbiology, and the dean of the Faculty of Agricultural Sciences. He has also held important administrative roles such as registrar, officer on special duty, and officiating vice chancellor of AMU. Internationally renowned for his contributions to molecular microbiology and nanotoxicology, Professor Musarrat has published more than 200 research papers with high impact, Web of Science, and Scopus Index journals. Professor Musarrat is also an accomplished author with 6 books published by Springer, Netherlands, USA, and 23 book chapters. He also holds a US patent and has deposited over 100 DNA sequences in the International Depository. He is consistently featured in Stanford University's list of the top 2% of scientists globally, with more than 15,000 citations and an impressive H index of 70. His accolades include the Elsevier Highly Cited Author Award, the Best Research in the Hub Award in Nanotechnology, the Research Excellence Award 2011 KSA, and the NIH NCA Faculty Development Award. He has extensive international exposure, having worked as a postdoctoral fellow at the National Institute of Public Health and Environment Protection in the Netherlands, and as a visiting professor at the Ohio State University from 1992 to 1996. He has also been a visiting scientist at Michigan State University, USA, chair professor at King Saud University, Riyadh. He has been an international professor at KSU and a distinguished adjunct professor at King Abdulaziz University, Jeddah. He is currently the honorary professor at the Tashkent University of Chemical Technology and honorary professor at the Research and Production Center for Growing and Processing Medicinal Plants, Tashkent, Republic of Uzbekistan. Professor Musarrat has also worked as a visiting scientist at Nanjing University, China, and has visited several universities in the United States as an invited speaker. Actively engaged in the global scientific community, he is a member of numerous professional societies, boards and committees and has participated in nearly 100 international and national conferences, seminars, and symposia. As the patron of this 15-day online capacity building program, Professor Musarrat is one of the beacons in the advancement of the artificial intelligence in the day-to-day research and academic environment. Sir, I am honored to invite you as the patron of this particular event and address the inaugural session.
Thank you very much, Professor Amarpal Singh Ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor Ram Manohar Lohia, National University, Chief Guest of this inaugural session, our esteemed guest of honor, Professor Tabrez Ahmed, Dean School of Law, former Vice Chancellor as well, from Maulana Azad Urdu University, Hyderabad, Professor Naseem Ahmed, the Dean Faculty of Law, Dr. Kalpesh Kumar Gupta from Pro Bono India, distinguished speakers, resource persons, faculty members, scholars, participants from across the country, ladies and gentlemen. A very good afternoon to one and all. It is indeed my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to the inaugural session of this 15-day capacity building program on a very contemporary topic of AI technology and law, organized by our Faculty of Law. Honored to have with us Professor Shri Amarpal Singh Ji, Professor Tabrez Ahmed Saab, both very eminent academic leaders and law professors of eminence. And I'm glad that their online presence and the word of wisdom that they have shared has set a perfect tone for the academic rigor and the intellectual depth to the subject that I hope will continue for the next 15 days of this capacity building program. Now, this program brings together legal educators, researchers, scholars, and law students from all across the country and even abroad to explore and deliberate one of the most pressing frontiers in legal education and practice today, and that is the integration of artificial intelligence in law. Artificial intelligence is no longer a futuristic concept. It is almost a daily reality which is shaping courts, law firms, law enforcement agencies, and the classrooms. And let me mention that we at Inaugural University have integrated AI with every discipline. And every student at our university is taking a 4-credit course on AI and its applications specific to particular discipline. More so, to me, it is interesting to know that in judicial system worldwide, AI tools like Lex Machina, Ross Intelligence, and case text are already being used for legal research, for predictive analytics, and case outcome forecasting. And you all might be knowing about the Supreme Court's AI tool SUPACE, which is Supreme Court portal for assistance in court efficiency, and is designed to leverage AI and machine learning to assist judges in their work, particularly in managing the vast amount of data involved in legal proceedings. And indeed, it helps judges analyze case files more efficiently. Similarly, the legal analytics platform like Manu Patra's AI features and SSC Online AI-driven search are making case law research faster and more precise. So we understand that the legal domain generates very vast amount of unstructured data, that is case law, statutes, maybe contracts and investigation reports. And the AI process this information at a very high speed and scale, offering unprecedented possibilities. Not only law, AI is also revolutionizing the allied disciplines like forensic sciences, which are inseparable from criminal justice. particularly if I talk about the facial recognition and image analysis algorithms. They are assisting in suspect identification. Also, natural language processing tools helps in forensic linguistics, analyzing ransom notes, threat letters, or some other kind of digital communications, you can say. Pattern recognition in cyber forensics aids in tracking financial frauds and cybercrime, which the experts have already talked about. Similarly, predictive policing tools that, though controversial, are being piloted globally to allocate resource effectively. Furthermore, in cyber law, intellectual property right, contract management, and dispute resolution, AI is becoming an indispensable tool. So, as a matter of fact, the legal profession thrives on precedent, it thrives on precision and persuasion. And all these three are you see, AI strength in them. What I mean is that AI can sift through decades of case laws in seconds. AI can reduce human error in research, drafting, and compiling, and compliance check. Also, AI-driven data visualization can strengthen the courtroom arguments. That's my perception. For law educators, integrating AI tools into teaching ensures that the next generation of lawyers are AI literate, ready to use legal tech platforms for day one in practice. Simulation based learning using AI case databases or mock trials with AI generated briefs and exposure to legal analytics should become standard in law classrooms, which is very, very essential. You see, according to a 2023 World Economic Forum report, it says that 44% of the workers' core skill will change within next 5 years, with AI and the big data being the most demanding competencies. And I must say that the legal profession is no exception. In India, with over 5 crore pending cases in the courts, AI can play a transformative role in speeding up the processes without compromising justice. So, if lawyers and educators do not adapt the disruptive technologies, we risk producing graduates who are outdated on the very first day of practice. I'm told that over the next 15 days, this comprehensive program will cover the fundamentals of AI and machine learning. It will also cover the AI applications in legal research, drafting, and e-discoveries. It will cover the ethical, privacy, and constitutional concerns related to AI in law, AI role in forensic sciences, cyber law, and digital evidences, and also maybe hand-on session with AI legal tech tools, which would be real wonderful. And therefore, I consider this FDP not just as a course, but I believe that it could be a turning point where legal educators and practitioners should learn and promote AI literacy as a core professional skill. So at the end, I express my gratitude once again to Professor Amarpal Singh and Professor Tabrez Ahmed for their valuable presence and sharing their vision for legal education, which is rooted in contemporary realities. Indeed, the idea and knowledge they shared have enlightened the budding lawyers and law graduates attending this program. I also invite all the participants to approach this program with openness and curiosity, to ask difficult questions and to explore how AI can enhance and, of course, not replace the human judgment and ethical responsibilities that are at the heart of the law. I do hope that the merits and demerits of AI, including the data accuracy, the dark net and energy consumption in AI use, usage at the data processing center, as well as the related environmental issues which Professor Tabriz has highlighted and very effectively touched upon. Also, other ethical and privacy issues shall be deliberated by the subject experts. Therefore, at the end, I wish you all a very interactive and a very productive capacity development programs. Thank you once again. Thank you, Professor Amal Singh ji and Professor Tabriz Ahmed Sah for joining this session. I am so grateful to both of you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your patron's address for this particular capacity building program. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers, faculty members, and all those who have contributed their efforts in making this event possible. A special thanks to Law Teachers India for their continued support and partnership. And to give the official vote of thanks for this inaugural session, I would like to introduce Dr. Kalpesh Kumar L. Gupta, founder of the Law Teachers India and Pro Bono Club. He is a law teacher and researcher having around 18 years of experience, including industry and academia. He has worked with advocates, CAs, tax consultants, and companies. Since 2010, he has been working in the academic field. He has worked as an associate in business policy area at Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, for 5 years. Being an assistant professor, research and faculty coordinator of GNLU Legal Incubation Council at Gujarat National Law University, Gandhinagar, which is India's first legal incubation center. He has played a key role in establishing the GNLU Legal Incubation Council. He has also worked as an associate professor of law and coordinator of Technical Event Cell, Entrepreneurship Development Cell, Pro Bono Club at Parul University, Vadodara. He has also worked at Parul University, Surat, taught in law and management programs. His areas of interest are law, management, public policy, RTI, entrepreneurship. He has founded the Pro Bono India Legal Startups, Court Management in India, Law Teachers India, which is an India's first of its kind platforms. Recently, he was felicitated by Sri Jagdeep Dhankar, Honorable ex-Vice President of India, in the event of excellence in higher education organized by the Education Department of Gujarat for his initiative in the Pro Bono India at GNLU Gandhinagar. He has participated in more than 60 conferences, workshops, seminars, and presented and published more than 30 papers and research articles. I would like to invite Dr. Kalpesh Kumar Gupta as the convener of this 15-day capacity building program to deliver the vote of thanks.
Uh, Thank you very much. I hope I'm audible. Thank you very much, Dr. Seema, for this kind introduction. Respected Professor Javed Musarraf sir, respected Professor Amarpal Singh sir, respected Professor Naseem sir, Professor Tabriz Ahmed sir. Good to see you after a long time, Tabriz sir, Amarpal sir. So first, I would like to thank all the dignitaries for joining and then highlighting the importance of AI. Again, personally, I would say very difficult. Like few months back, my son is in ninth class. He was like Chat GPT use कर रहा था, using Chat GPT. Then I told him Chat GPT पे सब सही नहीं होता है. So what I'm thinking personally, we have to teach disadvantage before teaching advantage of AI. Because after teaching AI, we are a lot of excited to use AI in our personal life. In Pro Bono India, we are using like preparing case compilation. We have come up with 25 case compilation, 25 books. Last 1 year, we are facing difficulty. So, was a coordinator like sir, students are using AI. They have to prepare 6 to 8 page case summary on a decided. These are the format. Again, so because you cannot generate commentaries that should come from your own mind. Facts, brief, issue, that is fine. But then you have to put it, sir, पहले ही पता चल जाए देखने से within a like fraction of second, this is AI generated. सर क्या करूँ? So the coordinators call them, ऐसा करना वैसा करना है. Sometimes even after repetition, they don't do. Then we have to replace those members. So this is the problem with and recently you might have seen the Kerala High Court also come with the guidelines, advisory to usage of AI in administration of justice. With the help of the legal field, we have to focus on the legal education, then judiciary, then law enforcement agency, and then professional life also. That is fine, but again with lot of caution, I would say. This is the second edition of this our program. First edition we did with National Forensic Sciences University, under the setup on the Ministry of Home Affairs, set up by the Ministry of Home Affairs. So that was the idea, and last time also we pick up various different topics that is not a part of the second ones. We thought of let us put another important topics in second edition. So we were talking with Dr. Gaurav Gupta. He has been running many program conducted by Pro Bono India and Law Teachers India in last couple of years. So this may be the like all together this 50 plus program we have conducted under this banner. So we were talking. So he suggested, Kalpesh sir, can we plan this? Recently we did law and social sciences also. That's a very unique thing. So can we repeat the? No, no, no. Yeah, this is just we concluded. So let us go for something. Another part. So I suggested this is the let us go for the second edition of capacity building program from FDP on AI technology law. Some of the law school might have seen they offer this optional course AI and law. That is again very good thing. And then usage of AI definitely in teaching curriculum research, that is fine. But we have to again I'm repeating, we have to start from disadvantages. It look very weird, but we have to start from that. These are the disadvantages, and then go for advantage of AI. And judiciary again we can see it cannot replace human mind. That is the thing. So that we have to use judiciously this AI and all kind of technology, because we have, like as I told you, student are using, that is fine. So it should assist us, right? So like commentary, the critics, we are again going for technology. Please give us critics, please give us commentary, please give us, that is fine. But under the part that we can see, we can take those advantages, right? That is fine. But again we have to see in that manner. uh, Different law school might have seen they are offering course on law and technology, I would say. And then and the last first edition, the couple of subject topics I also, and on telecom law also. So you can imagine like AI and telecom law, it will look weird, and it's very difficult to, I would say, one comprehensive law on AI, because there's a bunch of law. But Tabriz sir talked about IPR, and then Amarpal also talked about, Javed sir also talked about various aspect like case summary preparing, and then professional life also in judiciary. But it's very difficult, let me tell you. If government or we also try to have like suggest, let's have one comprehensive law, it's not possible, let me tell you upfront. So we have to take assistance of, I would say, right now more than 20 laws, I would say. Like sort of talk about DPDB Act is there, and then criminal law, and then cyber law, and then IPR. So it's not possible. We have to integrate AI with various kind of available laws. And maybe we have to foresee what will come in the next future, 5 to 10 days, and then it will may take, I would say, 5 to 10 days to settle down. I remember Stavris said, like cyber law came, nobody is working on cyber law. You are working, and other my friends are also working. One of my friend in Surat, डॉक्टर चिंतन पाठक बोले थे, आप साइबर लॉ में क्यों काम कर रहे हो? देयर इज नो फ्यूचर, बट टेक्स टाइम, एटलीस्ट अ डिकेड आपको देना पड़ता है टू फ्लरिश पर्टिकुलर एरिया. सेम थिंग विद आईपीआर आल्सो, इट टेक took decade to settle, and same thing it will happen to AI also. So maybe in by the time 2035 something will happen. We have some law, not robust, I would say, because a lot of things will keep coming in our our daily lives. It's very difficult to foresee those things. Again, we can have a comprehensive law in that particular manner. So with this, and then as Gaurav Gupta rightly stated, like we have great number of resource persons from all over the India, including professionals, students, research scholars also. So I request all the participants to take maximum advantage of this particular course, and with added topics that we added compared to the previous one. Some of the participants, they were also in the part one also. So that way you take the maximum use, understand, right? Don't I am not telling you, use, understand things how it works, and use in professional teaching research life. So with this, on behalf of organizing committee, I am grateful to all the dignitaries for sparing the valuable time, and then giving your insight, right, about the AI and about this particular program. So thank you very much once again for joining, and now request all of you for rise for national anthem. Gaurav, are we ready, Gaurav?
Thank you,
Can,
Kalpesha.
we
Yes.
have some queries? If anybody has queries, I think we can give chance. Otherwise, they may not get chance to ask queries. So we can give 5 minutes. We can have some selected questions. If
Yes,
anybody
I'm
has,
reading from
otherwise we
the.
can go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, definitely, sir. I'm just
Sir,
reading out from the.
sir,
Yeah.
I just wanted to point out here is that this session is live on YouTube. So if any of the queries has been stated, then those particular queries have been given in the chat box. Whereas since it's an inaugural session, so therefore the queries have not been entertained for this. We have kept the queries session for the basic of the resource person sessions, which will be held from the evening today onwards.
Okay, it's
Sir, I would
fine.
like to take a couple of questions, maybe, sir, in the chat box. I'm reading out. Sir, if India need an amendment in cyber law with growing AI in crime, so usage of AI, sir, growing
Can you
AI
repeat
in
again?
crime.
Can you repeat the question
Sir,
again?
yes, sir. Sir, if India need, sorry, question like to reframe, need of cyber law with growing AI in crime. That's the question, sir.
No, I just mentioned because now the solution is international. What is happening? All the criminals, they will target those countries where there is no cyber law or there is no treaty. Okay, so the African countries there is no cyber law at all. So they will target, go to some foreign country, and they do some cyber crimes. So they will not be tracked, they will not be extradited because there is no treaty between those countries. Same in India, in the Haryana there is a new area, and also in the Jharkhand there is one place in the hill, in the jungles. So they will do crime from there. So the point is that unless until we have to settle boundaries globally, and also we should have the system of producing the evidences. The good thing is that in new criminal laws, government has said that if any crime is serious and the liability is 7 years, there will be a three mobile forensic vans will be there. They will come and collect the electronic evidences, and those evidences can be great support for raising the conviction rate, because right now conviction rate is just 65%. And if you talk about the conviction rate in cybercrime, it is less than 1% globally. So it means that people will not be doing a traditional crime, they will be doing cyber crimes, because in those cases at least the conviction chances are very very less. Okay, so unless until we have to have the regulations plus the system of collecting evidences, and we have technology. For example, if you want to track whether the mail has come from which particular computer, who has sent the email, if you want to track the technology, is very very costly technology. Same way, verifying the kind of deep fakes is very very costly affair. So it is not very easy that to simply have a regulation. Otherwise we have to develop technology, we have to system of collection of evidences, we have international regulations. And also in India right now we have just enabling provisions. Only IT Act is there, in came 2000, and then we have amended 2009. After that we are able to have the our DPDP Act, but still even this act is not fully implemented because our rules are not settled. And then we now are going to have the AI is coming very fast, and for that AI it requires a separate legislation for regulation of the AI. Otherwise it is going to be serious matter, because we only see the benefits, we never see the challenges, and in future the the problems will come up, not locally and globally. So thank you very much.
Dr. Tabrez Ahmed, sir. To our distinguished speakers, thank you for sharing your expertise and insights. Your august presence will undoubtedly enrich our learning experience. Lastly, I encourage all the participants to actively engage, ask questions, and make the most of this opportunity for professional growth and networking. With these words, and with the consent of the guest of honor, chief guest, and the patron of the event, I declare the second edition of this capacity building program officially open. The inaugural session shall end with the national anthem. Thank you all.
गणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Internalization.